first and foremost, I believe we have to go beyond the use of words to describe what I define as illegal mobility, which could be voluntary as well as involuntary. And it is what we now call JALO as opposed to JAPA. To some extent, it is an aberration to human rights law, as well as the Nigerian Immigration Act of 1963 to come back home. So when you decide to leave without a sense of understanding the rules and regulations, as you know, you rightly mentioned in one of your intervention before this section, that Nigerians, and indeed human beings, we know the law, we know the regulations, but the implementation and following it is one of our major problems. Then we have this kind of situation, which I believe we need to address. That is why sometimes about 5 years ago, for instance, at the National Open University of Nigeria, the then Vice Chancellor, with a soft, grant from TED Fund, called upon me as a jackpada, an element of jackpada, and I will explain what that means anyway, to think about what is the most ideal think tank, a kind of hub where we can dissect and then make, policy recommendation to government. And as such, we came up with the Center of Excellence in Migration and Global Studies, the first in Nigeria, to be specific, the first. And we've done tremendously well. And of course, when we talk about that vision 5 years ago, the current Vice Chancellor, Professor Femi Peters, continued with the vision. And then my successor, Professor Gloria Neto, also continued with the mission, leading to the first international conference a week ago on campus in Abuja, Jabi Abuja. So what I'm trying to say is that there is a misplace of the resourcefulness, the resiliency, and the will to succeed by
something like table.
by
I need
Nigerians,
something like table.
whereby instead of pulling such resiliency, instead of pulling that resourcefulness into better use, they decided to japa. They decided to mobilize, migrate without a sense that has become uncommon in the Nigerian parlance. So indeed,
I'm on. I'm on.
as much as it is global, it is something that is affecting the Nigerian nation because notwithstanding the varieties of means of getting to the other side, all in the hope of a better life, the so-called better life, notwithstanding the causes, all in the hope of poverty, being power, I believe there is a need for us to continue the advocacy, to educate informally, okay, support the agencies of the federal government and the state government, and to also make sure that the synergy between agencies in our border, really, and the airport is strengthened. So I think that would be my first response to your question, and then we can take up, more questions as we dialogue on this important issue.
Thank you so much, Prof.